Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 5 of Hot Rod Dragway. So we are on our way to the track to get changed over, and as you saw in yesterday's video, in the hotel parking lot, we hacked the exhaust off. So we got it rigged up to drive to the track, and then we'll rip it out. So pretty much, we checked the timing last night, set it to 32. We checked the plugs. Plugs look really good, so we're going to go ahead and rerun the plugs today. Did the exhaust change, and otherwise I just need to put a bottle in the car, get a heater up, and slap the tires on, pull the air cleaner off, and plug in the nitrous control, and that's pretty much it. And obviously unload everything out of the car. Oh, and I need to drain 3 gallons of gas out. That's about what my gas can holds. So there's another 20 pounds. We're pulling everything we can off. So the exhaust was hit me about 30 pounds on the exhaust. And then, maybe opening up the exhaust a little bit, a little more free flow. Maybe it'll help. I don't know. So anyway, we get to the track, we'll get changed over. Like I said, I'm sitting 34th right now. I don't think I'm going to make the top 32, but we were going to give it a shot. See if we can become Mr. Irrelevant, being 33rd. Alright guys, so here's what it sounds like with open exhaust. Nice and rowdy. We got everything changed over, heating the bottle up. Need to air up the tires because it's cold today and the tire pressure is down. Alright guys, so let's go for a little trip. Show you who all made it. You might hear a lot of wind noise. It's real windy today. So here's Jim. He drove that from Arizona all week, and he's going to drive it back to Arizona. So there's a bunch of cars over here, a bunch of cars on the back side, a bunch of cars down on the end. I think last I saw there was 40 some cars that were out so far. The Defco made it. Hey, there's Jason, he made it. Jason in the Camaro. I'll have to go ask him if he broke any more valve springs on the ride. We're down here with Jeff. Corey got put in impound today. Keith will randomly pull cars and put cars in impound. So anyway guys, you can start to get a sense of how many cars are here. Like I said, I think there might be 40 or 50 cars that are out at this point. Which is actually quite a few, considering there was only 288 that started. That's almost, that's 15, 18, 20% area, That's a lot of cars. All right, guys, so they're running all the SME cars right now, not just the top 40. So we're going to go ahead and make our lick, see what it does. We set the timing back to 30 degrees after talking with Raj, because yesterday the second pass slowed down. The 60 foot was down and everything had slowed down, so looks like the engine didn't like that much timing for 32, so I moved it back down to 30 degrees and cut the exhaust off, emptied the car out. We'll see what it does today. See if we can get a 10.8 something, just to finish the cap off the week strong. Up and shifted 1.3. Missed second gear altogether. Just bad. Thank you. Sorry about that. The nitrous surged on me. Double bulged you by accident. So guys, I actually went 11.06, going 1 to 3 by accident. So we're definitely going to go back up and do it again and not screw up. The mile an hour was definitely there. So if I can Okay, so we're gonna jump back up and try it again. Well guys, when you shift all 3 gears, it's amazing how it runs. 1086.66. So almost a good, almost my best. It was 146.60. It did mile an hour, 120. It was all in the middle of the track. I don't think I'm gonna beat on it anymore. I think we're gonna turn in the 186 and call it a day. We're not gonna make the top 32 unless somebody leaves. So yeah, I think that wraps up Hot Rod Drag Week 2023 for me. I will shoot some video and you know, walk around the pits and stuff and have some fun now. All right guys, so I'm kind of sitting in the car, so hopefully the wind noise isn't so bad. There's a huge headwind today. So 1086, that's what we turned in for our slip today. We'll see what happens. See if I'm Mr. Irrelevant and overtook 33rd. Not enough to take over 32nd. Talking to the guys in the lanes, they say every year they usually pull an alternate, so maybe we will get into the top 32 by default. If somebody decides they don't want to, you know, they want to leave and go home. We'll see when they post the results. But you know what? Hell of a great week. Really proud of the little car and everything, so cannot complain one bit. So I am going to change the jets down to a 125 shot because they take a 1/10 away from your time. So my average is an 11:05, and with the 125 shot, I can run 10:90. So the 150 shot, you know, with the headwind, I don't know. It would be a 10:95. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll leave the 150 shot in it. We're gonna leave the 150 shot in it. That way I don't have to change anything. All right, guys. See you, I guess we'll find out, like I said, if we make it in. All right, guys. We got a big crowd today here at Darlington Dragway. You can see a bunch of people here. There's a bunch of people at the starting lines. A bunch of people on that side of the stands, but mostly this side is, you can see, pretty well packed. So a huge crowd today. So biggest one we've had for, you know, the 5 days so far. So shout out to the Hartsville folks for coming out. All right, guys, so I'm kind of out of the wind again so you can hear me. I made the top 32. I was the final car in. I'm not an alternate. I actually made it on time. So yeah, so now we got the car all prepped. I added 80 pounds to the car. I put the hitch on the car, threw my spare tire in the trunk, put 3 gallons of gas in. So we added about 80 pounds. My dial is going to be a 1095. I ran a 1086. So I'm just gonna hit the light, run it out the back door. Hey guys, so here are the cars that are in the top 32. There's several of them, you know, that are, I think, over there as well. So I run, I think it's car 48 Workman. Don't know who that is, but we're gonna have a good time, win or lose. You know, a huge accomplishment to make the top 32 in any event. So I'll take it. Alright guys, so the black diesel, who I'm supposed to be paired up with, didn't show, so I'm racing this Mustang now. Well guys, it is sprinkling out right now, so I have to wait a few minutes and see what happens, I guess. Yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully it just clears up just a few minutes. The hot, you know, track's hot enough, a lot of heat in it, so hopefully a quick drag, and you know, we can get going again here in just a couple. All right guys, see what we can do. I don't know if I got the wind light or not. I guess we'll find out when I get the time slip. I didn't look for the light to come there. I don't know if you saw in the video, I kept looking over. Finally, I just lifted before the strike, and hopefully I lifted enough. I just got a text from my son. I won on guys, so I went first round on a double breakout. He left with a 500 reaction time. I had a 3102. I was 0256 off my dial. He was a 1587. As you guys saw in the video, I kept looking over, and right before the stripe, I lifted, hoping that you know, I didn't go too fast. And he was coming on the big end, and yeah, he ran 10.9 with a 1108 dial. So hey, win's a win. We'll take it. We're on to round two, you know, and have a little fun.
But gave it back at the stripe. Next up, it's Michael's Dodge Dart Swinger left side and Scott's C-tip pickup on the right. Wait, 3 over for
All right, guys, I won round two. I cut a 0.03 light to his 0.18 light. I ran a 1098 because I was looking, and I stabbed the brakes a little. So we definitely got it. He was coming because he broke out, so I would have won anyway. So man, we nailed it. So let's see what we can do in round three.
Next round, hopefully by the final, we'll know his last name.
Street Machine Eliminator 32. Holy shit! Woo! 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 Mopar for, as it probably will here in a few minutes. All right, the way we do this is we've got there's a top three, so it's the 2 finalists plus the quickest of the semi-finalists. So, Eric with the 72 Nova in number 3 in Street Machine Eliminator. Where are you? Eric Griot. This class loaded with people whose names I never got right. Number 2, I hope I got this right, I don't think so. Matt Bunau? Matt? How do you actually say it? Scream it out. Bunal, we actually got it sort of right. That's fantastic. You know what I've always said, the genius of Brian Loans is he takes people's names and pronounces them with authority, no matter how wrong they are. But he's got that voice and that presentation where it just is what it is. Guys go home and go, well, I guess I'm going to change the way I pronounce my name. And the winner of Street Machine Eliminator, Mike Turner in the 70 Dodge Dart. By the way, this is what I looked like in the tower all week long. A phone book worth of paper in my hands, trying to find all of the numbers and data and names. All right, guys, so it is 9:23 p.m. Finally got the car loaded, the little trailer all loaded. Big shout out to Rick and Mike Reimers for sticking around and helping me get the little trailer in the back of the truck. You know, the jack on the electric jack on the big trailer broke, so we had to manually raise and lower it. And anyway, for all the great things that happened today, freaking trailer broke. Wouldn't that be just the way things happen? Man, what an incredible day. Sitting 34, not thinking that 1089 or the 1086 pass would get me in. Squeaked into top 32 at the 32nd spot. Go 6 rounds against some good competition, and to win the 32 shootout is just freaking incredible. On top of it, I also won a $500 gift card from Summit Racing. You can put your name in the hat and you can win the $500 gift certificate. I also won that. So hey man, what an awesome freaking day. So now guys, it's a long drive home. So I feel like that $1 million winner, for those that know about bracket racing, right? Recently there was a young kid had his open trailer, his car, a truck, and his tent, and he camped at the race. Basically had just enough money to get there, and took on all the huge truck and trailers and the expensive rigs and everything, and kicked everybody's butt and won a couple $100,000. So that's kind of how I feel right now. I've never won an event before, whether it be bracket racing or anything. I've never won. So to do this is just an incredible feeling. So I am beat ass tired. I'm going to try to drive for a little bit, knock off a bit of the drive home, and then yeah, that wraps up Hot Rod Drag Week 2023. Thank y'all for watching, subscribing, sharing, whatever you guys do, commenting. Appreciate all of you. Have a great evening, day, afternoon, whenever you happen to see this, because I'm drunk on like a sleep.